Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Pachuca Park. In this episode, we're going to be building the B&M Stand-Up coaster I've been talking about. I've been kind of hesitant to build one of these just because I don't know, just I haven't had too much inspiration for it other than Green Lantern. Plus, as you can see, the train restraints aren't correct, but oh well. So this coaster is mostly going to be inspired by Riddler's Revenge at Magic Mountain, just with how the layout is. It's going to be a unique layout. It isn't. I was going to do the original, the Green Lantern or Mantis turnaround drop, but I thought, you know what, let's just do something different. Let's do a big curved drop. Not a lot of the stand-up coasters have these big curved drops. First element going into unique element here for the first, as an initial element for a stand-up coaster. I think they're all loops, but this one I chose a dive loop. This element here is the turnaround that you see on Green Lantern and Rougarou, or it was formerly known as Mantis. And then I go to the loop here. Not a huge loop, but a decent sized loop. And then I think here we just did a normal turnaround. I don't think I did any. Yeah, just a turnaround here. And then we go into the mid-course brake run. So I think it's about the same length as how a regular stand-up coaster usually is. Yeah, so doing these quick transitions, I always liked how those looked on stand-up coasters, those really snappy transitions. They weren't the best feeling on Green Lantern, but they always look nice aesthetically. Here we're doing the drop off of mid-course into the corkscrew. That's what you see on Green Lantern and Rougarou. Also, I think Riddler's Revenge also does that. Just resizing the elements here. Eventually we do raise the lift hill a little bit because the layout's a little big for the height of the lift hill, as you can see here. Anytime the coaster doesn't make it through the layout, I just resize the lift hill and then go on from there. See a bigger drop here. Just repositioning the dive loop and the drop and the lift hill. Obviously the turnaround, the smoothing hasn't been completed yet. I'm just looking at the heat map there just to make sure the speed of the coaster goes through. But yeah, I thought I'd give you guys an update on the future content of the channel. So for future series, I am going to do an update style instead of a time-lapse style. I think it's just better for me. Minus the crashing, that I could fight through that, but I think I feel some pressure when I'm building in time-lapse to move quickly and get things done. When I'm not in time-lapse, I can move at my own pace and make better stuff overall. And the videos will be a lot more in-depth. It's also easier to do the voiceover recording for these types of update style videos, because then I could focus on what I want to talk about in the park and stay on topic. It's hard when the video's overly long to stay on topic with whatever we're building in said episode. Layout's complete now. Obviously just a regular stand-up back half, with some turns and then the second corkscrew, and then right back to the station. Just lowering the brake run a little bit because it was going a little bit slow in there. So I'm not sure how the friction is in this game, because I know in the old game the wooden coaster friction was a little off, but I'm not sure how accurate the friction is for the other coasters yet. I know you could change it if you want to. I don't know if you could change it specifically, if you could just turn the friction off, but I'm not entirely sure. Here we're just smoothing the ride, going through the layout, making sure everything's smooth. I did that little S-bend into the brake run, snaking into the brake run. I thought that was a little cool. We're going to need a name for this stand-up coaster. I don't have a name for it, so if anybody has a name suggestion, make sure to leave it in the comments below and I'll take it into consideration. Then we're just working on this plaza area here. I wasn't going to do a full-on Greek area, with another Greek roller coaster, but I just, I believe we put some flat rides in there. Greek themed flat rides. If you excuse, there's some work going on outside. If you hear a truck, that's why. But this queue line, I don't know what my inspiration was for this, because this was probably last month I made this. The park's basically almost done, but I made it like a big warehouse, almost kind of like how our like a bigger version of what our Vekoma launch coasters station and stuff is. I didn't put any theming in here because this coaster really doesn't have a theme. It's mostly just, like I said, this park's mostly just generic theming. Our next park is going to have a lot more theming. And I have made my final decision on what that park is going to be. And I'll reveal that once this series is done. I'm actually going to start recording for that right after this, because I already started work on it. But I think you guys will enjoy that series. It'll be a good test run for the new update style. Here, I'm not sure why I made the building so big. But I think I was going for more like a warehouse thing. Obviously, if this was real life, there'd probably be some not dark ride elements, but a lot of a building this big would have some theming elements to it. I don't think a generic amusement park would make a building this big for a generic queue line. Just obviously topping it off. The color scheme is like purple, green, and black, so that'll be the color scheme for this one. I think in this recording I redo the queue. I don't think we had a crash in this one. I know the when we do one of the coasters, I think in episode 11, I know there was a crash in there. So I think at the back half of the series, the crashing was really getting out of control. I think also it's getting, kind of, I don't know what's going on, but this game does need some work. Obviously, there's some frustrating aspects about it that, I think I'll go more in depth in the next series, because it'll be updates and I'll be able to remember, and do stuff more recently of what I've worked on and show my, what I've been, kind of like a video journal almost of the construction of the park. Oh, King Coaster. He's the best mascot in the game, hands down. Just adding the aesthetic stuff, the trees, the trash and the benches. I always put like benches at the entrance and trash at the exit of rides and coasters. You do that, they'll always have a place to put their trash and rest. This station is going to be really simple again, just a generic amusement park station with the pillars. So hope you guys are having a good holiday season. Christmas is coming quick. Crazy how quick December's gonna go. Before you know it, it'll be theme park season again. Thank God. So, the next episode of this park is going to be a Intamin Impulse coaster, and I should have that out for you by Saturday. This will be going out on a Tuesday, so by Saturday, I usually record the day before and I send it out after. So obviously you can see the station. It's very inspired by Green Lantern Station was really simple. It was just a box. I don't think it was relocated. Correct me, I could be wrong, but I'm not sure if the station itself was relocated from Kentucky Kingdom. I think just the coaster was, and they built a new station. But there's not much to it. It's just basically, I think this has more, theming and stuff going on with it than the Green Lantern Station had. Yeah, as they're ripping that down, the dive loop's down on that one already. Incline loop's also gone. It's crazy that that's gone. Obviously, Great Adventure has a lot more problems on their hands, to be honest. I don't know when I'm going to get there. Obviously, with the holiday season and work, there's a lot going on. I'm going to Saturday night's main event this Saturday, so I won't be around to go to parks and stuff. Here's those flat rides. I just used some of the already themed flat rides from Frontier, just to make this, like a mini Greek area. Like the park put in Oath of Uranus in the back, and then they attempted to theme the surrounding flat rides with it. I think next I couldn't find the, obviously we put in the St. Parallel Nebulous here, but I wanted to put the Iron Claw in, and I couldn't find that. I don't think they had a themed version of that, so I just put in the Halo one, and I just put some colors around it. We could say the park's budget ran out with the other 3 flat rides, and they didn't have enough for this one. Just coloring it in here. We need names for these flat rides also. If you want to name it, you can, but obviously they're going to be smaller parts of the park. But the main thing is the B&M Stand-Up coaster. We need a name for that one. Just put in a little lake here so it looks a little nicer. Doesn't look as barren. Because I don't really like having big open plots of land in my park. I like using up all the space I can. So that's going to do it for today's episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your ride.